You know it's the Matt Militant, coming to get it on. What's up with y'all? Y'all know who it is. I'm back after like a 12-day hiatus. It's hard to keep consistent with this YouTube stuff, okay? You know, give me a little break, but I'm back and I will be back for a little bit. I promise you that. Wrestlemania Night 1 review, bro. Let's get right into it. First match, we had Gunther versus Jey Uso. You know, of course, Jey Uso won. Predictable. Everybody knew that Jey was going to win. You can't build him up like that just for him to lose, you know? That would have killed Jey Uso had he lost. However, the way that he lost pissed me off. Why is Gunther tapping out to Jey Uso to his own move? Why is Gunther tapping out in 4 seconds to Jey Uso using his own move? That is a joke. They just killed Gunther. They built him up for years as this monster. Longest IC title reign of all time. Arguably the greatest IC title reign of all time. And he's tapping out to Gunther in his first Mania he lost to Sami Zayn. Now he lost to Jey Uso. When he lost to Sami Zayn last year, I said from the beginning this was such a bad fucking idea. He shouldn't be losing to these underdog fucking people. And now he's losing to Jey? What does he even say after this, bro? What does he even say? Like, are you kidding me? I don't know, bro. I'm not mad that Jey won. I'm mad how Gunther lost. Because you got to keep people strong. I don't know why Gunther is always being booked like a Pussy. With Damian Priest, he was booked like a pussy. And now with Jey Uso, he's tapping out? Why? Your monster heels, your monster villains like Gunther shouldn't tap. They shouldn't tap. People like Gunther shouldn't tap, and he fucking tapped to Jey Uso. And Jey Uso's gonna hold the title for like a month or two, bro. Are you kidding me? Fuck, man. Fuck. Next match was New Day versus War Raiders. Again, I don't want to see this fucking match. New Day won, of course. War Raiders, I like the War Raiders in what they do and how they move. You know, they're big guys and they can move really, really well, and their moves are very, very cool. However, build matters. This match was just thrown on the fucking card for no reason. You know, people thought that Big E was going to show up or something. That's why it was, thrown on the card. Nope. Didn't happen. It was just a boring match with a boring build with a predictable outcome. I don't know why the hell this was on the card. And all the costume budgets were so low this year, bro. It's probably because they didn't fucking sell out. They lied. They said that they sold out the stadium, but I know they didn't fucking sell out. You saw the empty seats. That's probably why the costume budget was so low with all these superstars this year, bro. But New Day won. Nothing was too great about this match. At the end, New Day ran to the back with their belts. If they did this like a month ago, they would have still had all the heat that they had on them. It's really just died down. And them running to the back with the belts would have made a lot more sense because they would have been getting booed out of the building. But nobody really gave a shit about this match, as you could hear by the people in the crowd. And don't tell me that, the open air made the crowd seem quieter. No, because during the main event, they were fucking popping. Just like how last year people tried to say that the open air made the stadium quieter. No. The matches that were good, people started fucking popping. That's just how it goes. If it's boring, people are not gonna pop. Done. Naomi versus Jade Cargill. These are my two girlfriends right here. I love this match personally. Naomi has been doing brilliant character work over the past few months. Jade Cargill, of course, she's improved a lot in the ring. I loved it. I feel like all these matches were pretty short, by the way. Or is that just me? I feel like they had a good 5 minutes left in this match. They could have tore each other down a little bit more for all the heat that they had between each other. But this was a good match. They both looked very, very good. Did I mention that Jade Cargill won? I don't know, but Jade Cargill won. A lot of people thought that Naomi was going to win. I always felt like it was Jade Cargill. However, if Naomi won, I wouldn't be mad because I know that Naomi would have won in a great way. But it is Jade's first Mania match, and she, people know that she's been getting a lot better. So they got to show her growth and improvement by giving her the big W. And I understand that. I get that. But this was a good match. I don't know if they'll run it back at Backlash. Maybe SummerSlam or something, but we'll see. Or, yeah. I feel like SummerSlam, they could run this shit back. But out of 10, I give this match an 8. I was impressed with this match. Jade showed many feats of strength and athleticism, and you can never go wrong with that. I want to say commentary fucking sucked. I hate commentary. I hate Pat McAfee. Fucking, oh my God. And Michael Cole, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about half the time. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at Jade. He gets all the moves wrong half the fucking time. He's just really chatting. He's up there to chat. They fucking stink, and it takes away a lot from WrestleMania and Raw in general. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Again, very predictable, very safe. This Mania was extremely, extremely predictable. Jacob Fatu won. I gotta say, LA Knight's entrance was tough as fuck, bro. He rolled up in that nice ass, I don't know cars. I can't tell you the brand of the car. But he rolled up in that nice ass car, rolled down the window. As soon as he rolled down that window, LA Knight. Beautiful. Beautiful entrance for a man like LA Knight. I wish they had some more shit for him. He honestly should be in the world title picture right now. He should not be with this mid-card stuff, because where does he go now? He's had 2 pretty decent title runs. His first title run was really good. This one was pretty mid. But I don't know where he goes from here. Maybe they'll flip him heel, but I don't see that because he's a big-ass babyface. You feel me? So I don't see that happening. But we'll see what they do. It's Triple H. He's known for, killing stars, killing his own talent. I hope he doesn't kill LA Knight, but we'll see. Because Gunther, oh my God. I don't think there's any saving Gunther. He may need to sign with AEW. He's probably talking to Tony Khan right now, bro. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But, yeah. Fatu is your new LA champ. New US champ. So we'll see what the future brings us and how Triple L books that. However, he's probably gonna show up fucking once on SmackDown, and that's about it. Next was Rey Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. El Grande Americano came with the W. It's supposed to be Rey Mysterio. Everybody knows this. Rey Mysterio got injured. It was supposed to be Rey, but Rey Phoenix subbed in, different Rey, whatever. Rey Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. This was a Lucha Libre classic. I love this match. Rey Phoenix I love all the moves that he does on the ropes. I wish that he was brought in with Penta, or they waited a little bit to show Penta, because Rey Phoenix just seems like Penta's brother. He seems like Penta's brother, not Penta's equal or just Rey Phoenix. I always think of Penta when I think of Rey Phoenix. So I think that they should have been brought in together. And I hope that Rey Phoenix, well, he's already had a WrestleMania match. And he's been here for a fucking few weeks. But he was good. He is good. I like his high-flying stuff. I just wish that they had brought Rey Phoenix and Penta in together. You know what I mean? I like this El Grande Americano shit. I feel like it should end very soon, though, because this is going to get stale very fucking fast. But I like what they have going on. It was funny with his entrance and, the mariachi band. All of it was pretty damn good. However, this was not a WrestleMania. This didn't feel like a WrestleMania, 10, 15 years ago, shit was very different. This didn't have that spark. It didn't have that oomph. I wasn't really feeling anything, you know what I mean? Even the main event, of course, hard-hitting main event, but I wish that I was more invested in all of these storylines and characters, because Triple H has done such a shit job at building all of these people, so it doesn't feel like WrestleMania. I'm not as connected to it as I should be, Like the Undertaker's streak, that was so impactful because people were attached to that shit. You know what I mean? There's so much building up to each match at every WrestleMania, and then there's the underlying the whole streak that he has to continue. So years and years and years of stuff. And that's why it hurt so much when it broke. And with other storylines too, like, you got to build shit up. Of course, no storyline or anything is probably on the level of the Undertaker streak. But I'm just saying there's a reason why people were so attached to it. And like 2-3 weeks to build up for a fucking New Day versus War Raiders match is just insulting. Not only to the wrestlers, but to the fucking fans. Because you think that we want to sit down and see that shit? Really, Triple H? Like, I don't know. Big ass nose, small ass fucking, big ass head, big ass nose, Triple H. I can't stand him, bro. Small ass brain, I should say. Stupid idiot. But next we had Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. With a tear in my eye, I announced to you that Charlotte Flair lost. And I can't believe that, I can believe that she lost, but I can't believe it because Charlotte Flair should have fucking won. That's what I can't believe. But that's for a whole nother video. I've already dealt with my loss. I've dealt with my grief. Last night, I almost didn't sleep. I didn't eat. Like, I can't believe that they really fucking let this green ass Tiffany Stratton. I can't lie, she was pretty badass. She got her tooth chipped. She was all bruised and bloody. Like, she looked good by the end of this match. You know what I mean? So I can't, like, fuck, man. Fuck. I wish that they had something else for Charlotte, because the way that they brought her back from her injury and all of this shit was just wrong. They did all this shit straight wrong. But Tiffany Stratton won, even though her title reign has been fucking abysmal. Oh my god, I can't believe it. This green ass fucking rookie just beat this goddamn vet. 14-time champion vet. One of the 4 horsewomen on their first Mania together, bro. Like, that has to be a joke. It was written... Bro. Charlotte Flair should have won this shit. By accolades, by experience, by everything, Charlotte Flair should have won this shit. And if it was written well, Charlotte Flair would have won this shit. And then they could have ran it back, and maybe Tiffany Stratton could have won. You know what I mean? This shit, poor writing really just kills everything. Poor writing made people hate the fuck out of Charlotte this year. And I know that people already disliked her, but not to this extent. And this is all fucking Triple H's fault. Triple H kills stars. We should be celebrating Charlotte Flair as a 14-time champion, a veteran in the business, best women's wrestler of all time. We should be celebrating this lady. And yet we all boo her and hate her. And there's a reason why. And it's because of Triple H. It's because of Triple H, bro. It's a goddamn shame. It's really a goddamn shame. I don't even want to talk about it no more. I've already dealt with my goddamn loss. Seth Rollins v. Roman Reigns v. CM Punk. To put it simply, this match was a hard hitter, of course. It was the best match on the card, as expected. Let me get right to it, man. Paul Heyman, he went to go grab a chair. He brought out his inner Bobby Heenan, his inner heel manager. You know, he actually did something for once. He didn't just be, a lard sitting there doing fucking nothing. He brought the chair in. And he was, debating, should I give it to Roman? Should I give it to Punk? And then he threw the chair to Punk. Gave Punk a low blow, hit him right in his bowels. Roman Reigns laughed. Roman Reigns got fooled. And then Paul Heyman hit Roman Reigns in his bowels. He gave Seth Rollins the chair. Seth won that fucking match. CM Punk. Paul Heyman is siding with Seth Rollins. This was in a lot of people's predictions. It was in a lot of people's cards, okay? It's not like it was a surprise. It was a shocker to see unfold, but it's not like it was a surprise. One problem that I have, there's multiple problems I have with Triple H. I would fight him if I could. But my biggest problem with Triple H, if you can hear my cat scratching in the background, I do apologize. My biggest issue with Triple H is that he gave us a nothing of a WrestleMania. And the last few minutes were good. They were great even. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand that. I can't stand Triple H's old ass. I gotta make a video about him. He's killing wrestling, bro. Wrestling is at a high right now in terms of how much money they are making, but in terms of all the, how do I put this? All of the negative shit that they have going for them as well. They're at an all-time high in making money, but they're at an all-time high in haters as well. Triple H is crying about it. Oh, fuck the fans. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, his feelings are hurt. Triple H is hurt by people's comments. He's taking it to heart. That's why people need to start hating. Keep hating. Keep hating on Triple H, because eventually he's going to break down and fucking cry and goddamn retire, bro. And if he's not going to retire anytime soon, fire him. He'll be fine. He'll be completely fine. He's a goddamn millionaire. Fire him. Put somebody else up there. And they'll actually do a good job. Booking Mania as a good Mania through and through, not the last goddamn 10 minutes being something ridiculous. People are so, Paul Heyman sided with Seth Rollins. Bro, what the fuck does Paul Heyman do for anybody, bro? He's not like he's a valuable goddamn person to have. He sits there, he praises you, and he tells the fans about you. Knowing he's probably gonna, Seth Rollins is probably gonna be a part-timer soon. That's why they gave him goddamn Paul Heyman. I can't do this. I can't stand this shit. But Paul Heyman has sided with Seth Rollins in a predictable Mania finish. The match was very, very good, though. Overall, I give this Mania a 7 out of 10. 6.8 out of 10. Gunther versus Jade. The finish was goddamn trash. New Day versus War Raiders. It was a nothing match, no build up, no anything. Gunther versus Jade, the build up was pretty shit until a few weeks ago. Naomi versus Jade Cargill. Naomi has been doing beautiful character work. The build up has been pretty decent. That's why I enjoyed this match. Fatu versus LA Knight. It was predictable. This match did not have any spots that I'm going to remember in it. Fatu won. Very predictable match. Rey Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. I feel like this could have went both ways. I think that if Rey Mysterio was there, then Rey would have won. But El Grande Americano came out on top in this. Whatever. It was a good match. However, it's just like, bro, I understand that Rey Mysterio was injured, but just to begin with, the build-up was not good with his story. It's just another good match, that I've seen in my fucking life. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I didn't even mention this. I didn't like this match at all. I think that it was very sloppy. I did not enjoy the fucking match. Tiffany Stratton looked really good by the end with her broken teeth and bleeding and bruises. But these ladies did not deliver like I thought that they would. I compare this to Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, and that match was really, really good. I didn't want it to be the same hype. I don't think it could have been the same hype as that, but I think that it could have been halfway there, and I wasn't even there. But that's my Mania review, dog. 6.8 out of 10. I know that night 2 will be a lot better, but knowing Triple H, he's probably going to fuck all that up too. But holla at your boy, the Truth Man.